Mira Cos'ki.
A Universidad de Wisconsin está usando Inteligencia Artificial para informar sus estudiantenan. Esta é a escola de estado que usa tecnologia de maneira aqui. Ben Krumhaus com o reportaje.
Some students on the UW Green Bay campus weren't sure what to think when they first received a text message asking how they were doing with classes.
There was people posting on the Snapchat story saying, like, is this real? Like, are other people getting this? Is it a scam? And I still honestly don't even know.
The messages are from an AI chatbot the university is calling Flash, the name of the school's mascot.
I think people think the AI bot is the answer. It's actually not. It's the way that we open the doors to the university resources.
The goal is to help students with everything they need academically, emotionally, or perhaps something much more simple.
So questions about what's for dinner in the cafeteria tonight, to I'm bored, what's going on tonight, which will connect them to our events on campus, to I need help with a class.
In the first 24 hours, students sent the service more than 2,000 messages. In the first month, more than 7,000 messages. And the number that really has university officials excited is just 4% of students have opted out of the service, which exceeds the expectation that was set.
What we're finding in the early weeks of its usage is that students who haven't reached out to anyone on campus to ask a question are reaching out to Flash.
And if Flash doesn't have the answer, or perhaps someone needs help with something that would be better suited for a human, Flash will help make that connection.
I haven't asked any questions, but if it can give you help, give you resources like that for your mental health, I think that would be very useful.
E se você sabe caminho com esse siman de trabalho mais cortico, você bisa o jefe que está passando na Islândia. Recentemente, saiu uma publicação de uma investigação nova que mostra que a economia de Islândia cresce por dia tempo que introduzir siman de trabalho de 4 dias sem redução de pago. E dados mostra que entre ano 2020 e 2022, 51% de trabalhadores aceitam a oferta de horas de trabalho mais cortico. Ano depois, Islândia vai adiante economicamente mais ligeiro que a maioria de outros países da Europa. E não te sei só, sua taxa de desemprego está agora que é um de mais abaixo da inteira Europa. Na outra parte do mundo também a experimentar com o sistema aqui com resultado exitoso, mas tanto com companhias basadas na Merca e Irlanda. O caso de mais de 50 anos que envolvia cabeça de cadaber que haya denter de murayanan de casa na Illinois, por fim mira luz de dia. Ademas, Airbnb único que tema de Beetlejuice, Jeremy Roth de CNN, de mais esaki.
A nearly 50-year-old mystery involving a ghastly, ghostly discovery in the walls of an Illinois home finally has some chilling answers, and just in time for Halloween. In 1978, the owner of this 1800s-era Batavia home found a human skull inside one of their walls. But an ensuing investigation failed to identify the remains, and the case went cold for decades, until now. Investigators using modern forensic technology recently revealed the skull belonged to one Esther Granger, who apparently died right after childbirth at the age of 17 in the late 1860s. The confirming DNA sample was matched to Granger's great-great-grandson.
There is this sense of closure. I wish my mom was still here so that I could tell her this story.
What still remains a mystery is how the skull of Granger, who died in Indiana, ended up in an Illinois home's wall. Officials don't have answers, but have at least one eerie theory involving grave robbing. And from a real-life house of horrors to a fictional one that is available for a visit. Beetlejuice fans, and also more recent Beetlejuice fans, can now lay their weary, eerie heads to rest, albeit briefly, in a real-life replica of the home that was haunted haughtily by the trashy/terrifying titular character in both fan-favorite films. Airbnb is offering 10 free 3-hour bookings for up to 6 guests each in this impeccable recreation of the iconic Dietz residence in New Jersey that features its famous weird and wild styling, right down to the tiny town in the attic where you-know-who is known to reside. It's a perfect property where the obsessed and the possessed can find rest. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Yetekat ng pa-serie mundial de año aquí entre Los Angeles Dodgers de Shohei Ohtani y New York Yankees de Aaron Judge, lota é mais caro de todo tempo. Natasha Chang de CNN a ter bisa de prestan kuta na benta kaba.
East versus West. Shohei Ohtani versus Aaron Judge. It's the dream matchup, 43 years in the making.
Because it's Yankees versus Dodgers. You know, nobody wanna miss this game.
Miguel Jimenez is a ticket reseller in Los Angeles
¿Qué tal, David? ¿Me llamaste?
with high-rolling clients hoping to score seats.
What kind of ticket you looking for?
In this case, I'm just looking for the best deal, whatever the best deal is.
Okay, you know the cheapest ticket is $1,100.
Seats closer to the action are going for thousands, the most expensive tickets to a World Series ever. Jimenez says that's partly because prices in general have jumped since the pandemic, but also because of who's playing.
The interest in this epic World Series matchup between an East and West Coast team from the two largest metro areas in the U.S. really extends beyond our borders to countries where fans may have historically rooted for the Yankees.
Just to let you know, in Mexico, 80% of the population go for Yankees. A lot of people, the north side of Mexico, they go for Dodgers.
Gary Lee, founder of the Dodgers Nation fan site, says similarly in Japan after World War II, there had been a tradition of rooting for the Yankees, but now Shohei Ohtani is their nation's superstar.
Shohei turning into a Dodger right now, and then having to face the Yankees, there's gonna be some discussions between Grandpa and his grandkids at the dinner table.
Fans from Japan poured into LA during the regular season to see Ohtani play, staying in LA's Little Tokyo, where businesses have seen way more customers this season.
We thought we ordered enough, but then people got, the word got out, and all of a sudden they're here all the time. When he hit the 50-50, when he broke the record, tons of people just swarmed downtown just to celebrate.
Very different dynamic than the last Dodgers World Series appearance in 2020, when the pandemic prevented most fans from attending any of the games, played in Texas rather than at the team's home stadiums.
That feeling, we didn't get a parade, nothing. It was more of like a, yay, we won, stay home, you keep your mask on.
This time, the series starts in Los Angeles and people are seizing the moment, even if many can't afford a seat.
It's the classic clown face, a little bit of pinstriping to bring car culture into it.
They're buying merchandise and treats with cultural touches, the way only a melting pot of a city can do.
It's even more meaningful because we're bringing our culture and what we love and part of our city together.
Aldric Werleman, Telenoticia.
Mira Cos'ki. Mira Cos'ki. Mira Cos'ki.